My name's Aisha Suhaiba, and this is what you should and should not do on your mass-powered car project. Okay, so first and foremost, do not wait until the last minute. Don't. You just don't have as much time as you think you have.
Don't wait till the last night. Be proactive about it. We basically did ours all the last night. It was really, really stressful. We didn't have any of our resources, didn't know what we needed. Just have a plan and, once again, be proactive.
Having good partner communication is good too, because you don't want to be screwed the night before the project is due because you weren't able to work with your partner.
Your string is going to wrap around your axle, and the weight's going to pull it, and the axle's going to spin. But you need something on the axle to create a little bit of friction, but not too much. Like, we use sandpaper. You can also use tape. Just tape it around where you're doing it, and that'll like hold it there too. So make sure you do that, or your axle probably won't spin. And that's just one of the things I have on my list, making sure you have some kind of gearing mechanism to provide a small amount of friction for the string on the axle.
And do not use yarn or string. Fishing line is so much better. A pulley is a very useful component of this project because the fishing line or whatever you use travels smoothly over the top of your thing, whatever you use to get the height.
Look at it into having a higher drop point. I think a lot of people thought that dropping the most amount of weight was the most important part, but really you need to find the perfect ratio of weight to what height you're dropping it from, because you don't necessarily need the biggest weight. You just have to find that perfect balance between the two, and the higher you drop it from, obviously the longer your car is going to go. And when you're talking about 30 feet for a little car, it's really important.
Have a plan for what the mass is going to do after it drops. You don't want it stuck to your car, or else it's just going to stop the car from going anywhere. And also be careful that it just doesn't fall off into oblivion in some really inconvenient place which ends up stopping the car. Alright, so back to that axle. Having wood and wooden axle going through wooden holes is a very bad idea. If you're going to do something like that, you want metal on wood or wood on metal. So if the holes that the axle's going through are wooden, get a metal axle, not a wooden axle, a metal axle. And if you have something metal that the axle can go through, then it's cool to have a wooden one.
Don't use wood, period. Is maybe just a suggestion, because sometimes you're going to have to. But there are a lot of viable resources out there that are going to be just as easy to work with and take apart if you need to. And they might also be cheaper. So look into something that's not wood before you do your project.
Do not get paint on moving parts. Having CD-sized wheels or bigger, it's a lot better than having really tiny wheels.
Also, small wheels. Don't use small wheels. It's a terrible idea. We thought we were getting a great deal on these little cute little rubber wheels that didn't contort as much, and they didn't work, and we ended up changing them. That kind of goes with one of my do's. Do is to have a bigger tire diameter, a bigger tire radius. Basically, if the radius is bigger, every time your wheel spins, you're going to go further. And when you're talking about just the mass powering your car, it is a really big deal. And so, look into mechanical advantage. It doesn't sound important now, but it's basically just axle diameter divided by tire diameter. That probably doesn't make sense, but it will when you start building your car.
If you're confused about a certain stipulation, ask for clarification. Read through the entire packet and know all of the rules before you even go about designing your car. Make sure your drill works. Just make sure it works. Make sure you make good friends in this class, just in case everything that can go wrong does go wrong last minute. Can I give a shout out to Colin Scarlett? He saved us. Sorry for the quality of this video. I'm pretty sure my phone has more megapixels than this laptop's camera. Again, do not wait until the last minute. Don't do it. Seriously. Don't do it.
And then the last thing I put was look at just like sturdy cardboard as a material. Somebody made their cars out of that. and it went really far. It went the distance it needed to go, and it was really light. So make your car as light as possible. And then just an FYI, especially if you will use wood, if your car isn't balanced, like if it isn't built and it's not balanced on both sides, when your weight drops, it might twist, and that can actually end up knocking your car over. It did it to us. And it can also break your egg, so that will cost you points. So just look at all those things and have fun. Bye.